So what had happened after the Russian Revolution and how it's affect the geopolitics? So Russian Revolution was started in the year 1917 in the month of February. That's why this revolution was commonly known as the February Revolution. In this revolution, the people were mainly talking about their rights, like rights of peasants, rights of labor class, and they were talking about equality. And due to this reason, the king of that time, that is the Tsar Nicholas II, had realized that when the people are talking about their equality, their rights, in such a domain the monarchy will never going to work. Therefore, he decided to re-establish the parliament of government of Russia. And in 1917, he finally established the parliament of Russia, that is the Duma. And after this event, the people of Russia have realized that if we can test the victory of provincial governments in few provinces, then in Russia there were hundreds of small provinces, and they have realized that we can also get the provincial government, the rule of people in all the provinces. So we can say that it was their first victory. Now, this February revolution was carried on till November, and that's why this February revolution was named as November Revolution. And suddenly a name arises, that is Vladimir Lenin. Suddenly Vladimir Lenin became the center stage of this November Revolution. Vladimir Lenin gives a very important word, that is the rule of proletariat. Rule of proletariat means the rule of working class. Vladimir Lenin used to say that most of us who are protesting right now came from the working class or came from the industrial worker. Most of us are peasants, farmers. Most of us are laborers. So if the government will come in future, then it will be the government of proletariat, means the government of working class. So here a new terminology came into existence at that time, and that is Bolshevik Revolution. So Bolshevik is a Russian word which means majority, and here majority means proletariat, and proletariat means the group of working class. So in this Bolshevik revolution, apart from the proletariat class which is against the capitalistic class, a new party had been raised by the Vladimir Lenin, which is the Communist Party of Soviet Union. And suddenly the imperialist Russia became the Communist Party of Soviet Union. Soviet actually means a group of people who believed into the philosophy of communism. Vladimir Lenin was completely mesmerized by the socialistic philosophy of Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. Actually, Vladimir Lenin not only created the Communist Party of Soviet Union, which was against the bourgeois class. Here bourgeois class means capitalistic class, but he also created a dictatorship. Vladimir Lenin not only established the rule of proletariat, but he also established the dictatorship of proletariat. And in the support of Vladimir Lenin, Leon Trotsky came, and the Bhagat Singh was also the admirer of Leon Trotsky and his Red Army and his ideology. So at one side, the supporter of bourgeois class arises, that is the Britain and France arises with his white army, and at the other side the Red Army has arisen, that is the Leon Trotsky and Vladimir Lenin, with his Red Army, which was the supporter of proletariat.